Good afternoon. My name is Rizky Uda. I'm from Faculty of Law, uh, University of Indonesia. I would like to thank you to every person that give me this opportunity to presenting my research result about the legal and human rights review on domestic worker situation in Indonesia. First of all, this is the reason why I chose this issue to become the theme of my research as a background. Because the situation of domestic worker in Indonesia is very at a miserable situation. Even though the amount of domestic worker in Indonesia is really high. And then there's a lot factors behind this bad situation of why domestic worker in Indonesia highly potentially discriminated. The main reason of this situation because there is no regulation that regulates specifically strictly about the protection of the domestic workers, especially like employment rights, decent work standard, work safety guarantee, and human rights standard. And then because the absence of the regulations make the domestic workers hugely potentially got exploited by the employer. So the form of exploitation is like no work hours limit, extremely underpaid, absent of basic rights, prone to work accidents, and get no social security, and etc. A lot of form of exploitation, of course. The situation leads the author to see the issue of that situation deeper with legal and policy point of view. This is the method of this research. Uh, is The research method is a normative and comparative approach by analyzing the current situation of domestic workers, and also this research will analyzing the situation of domestic worker with the law number 13 year 2003 on manpower, and the comparative study also on issue of human rights standard with the current situation of domestic worker in Indonesia, and data collected from the internet, books, and other literature, of course. This is the fact about domestic workers in Indonesia. Based on National Statistic Agency on February 2020, there are 74.4 million or 56.5% people in Indonesia who work at informal sector. At least there are 4.2 million people in Indonesia who the occupation as a domestic worker, and most of all the gender of domestic workers gender most of all is a woman. This is the difference between formal worker and informal worker. The formal worker has a clear legal instrument, especially on act regulation level or undang-undang. Instead, the informal worker, there are no such legal instrument that regulates strictly on act regulation level. That's become the main reason, the main problem, a lot of problem of domestic worker situation currently. And then the formal worker, the employment rights clearly regulated on a written legal instrument. Instead, the informal worker doesn't have one. And there is a penalty for every violation of employment rights. The informal worker, the penalty when the violation happen isn't really strictly. And then formal worker, there are a lot of mechanism option to file or report when there is a violation of rights and employment rights happen. And then instead the informal worker, the option to file an objection if there is a violation of rights happened is very, very limited. This is the Indonesian domestic worker situation. At least there are 3 points that I want to explain about the situation of domestic worker in Indonesia. First of all, there are no strict regulation which regulate and protects specifically to domestic workers. And the second, the work relationship are prone to violation. That's because the work relation between domestic worker and the employer stands to as a contract base. There are no such thing like a standard, the employment standard or human rights standard like formal worker, which regulates on law number 13 year 2003. Instead, the domestic worker doesn't have that regulation. So That's the reason why contract-based work relation is very prone to violations. And then it goes to the point number 3, which there are a huge potential for exploitation. That because there are no such regulation, and the work relation is contract-based. And then because no clear and strict regulation, domestic worker doesn't have standard protection which regulated on act regulation. That situation become entry point for human rights violation to domestic worker, especially on employment rights. The second, there are huge potential of exploitation because no regulation about standard protection of decent work. And then the 3 option to file an objection mechanism is very limited because there are no regulation to protect them. And then due to no standard work relationship, so because the unclear standard of employment relationship, because there is no regulation that regulates it, the employer will the situation make domestic worker have to understand work agreement. The problem is not many domestic worker understand to make contract and employment rights. That's make the domestic worker very vulnerable to be exploited. Just like I said before, the work relationship, is a contract based with no standard protection to the domestic worker. And then there is still many the employer that think that making work agreement to domestic worker is too excessive and feel unnecessary. This is the forms of a human rights violation. At least 3 forms of human rights violation to domestic workers. First of all, the violation of basic rights like rights to social security, decent wage, day off, maximum working hours, rights to union, women worker protection standard, protection from determination. And then the second form of violation is the violation of personal rights like work hours, health insurance, work safety guarantees, welfare guarantees, rights fulfillment when get terminated, rights to fulfillment when stricken with the adversity. And then the third violation rights when get terminated, like rights to get severance pay, rights to get tender appreciation, and rights to receive compensation, other compensation. So what should the government do with this situation? I think the government actually can take steps to protect domestic worker. There are so many research and study, also meetings already held related to this issue. Even so many discrimination cases that have been covered by the media. However, that situation didn't make the government to take a serious steps about this issue. So the other things that the government should doing some of this action in the near future. First, it's like the government should considering all input from the civil society about the urgency to establishing regulation for the protection of a domestic worker. Secondly, the government should ratify the law on the protection of domestic workers, which has been unclear for years. And the third, empowering the domestic worker with knowledge like to make contract, about the legal knowledge, about the decent work standard, and about the human rights standard. In another point of view, how can domestic workers do? The other thing, there are 3 points that what domestic workers can do with this situation. First of all, empowerment related to labor rights. Of course, domestic workers should have knowledge related to basic decent work standard, about the employment rights, about the contract drafting, about the negotiation skill, about the human rights standard. The secondly, ability to negotiation and to make contract. The domestic worker should understand about the labor rights and the worker standard, and then they have to understand the skill of negotiation and about the make contract. Of course, in some cases, if they have to be realistic with current situation, of course. So they have to put it on contract that's signed by the both parties, and domestic workers must understand skills of negotiation as a part of bargaining position. And the third, lastly, uh, organize and actively participate some union activities on domestic worker. So take part on union activity and organize to make a domestic worker easier to gain the knowledge. Those knowledge like our labor rights and knowledge to get negotiation skill, knowledge to make a contract. The union activity make the domestic worker easier to get some of those knowledge and those skills. So that's and then the union can uh, union become the get and can facilitate the domestic worker to do some advocacy activities. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for the opportunity, and good afternoon.